everybody. We just finished our dog walk for the day. I was not feeling very well, so Derek came with me to help me out because those girls are a handful and a half in themselves when you're by yourself.
They're the prettiest.
They are. They're the sweetest. So we are just heading back now, which is Mondays and Tuesdays. I would be really scared. Like, really scared.
We can wait.
John and I were
need to call the firm, though.
John and I were watching videos on YouTube of the horror houses. The Insidious one is intense. It was intense on a little tiny screen while I was sitting in the living room. I couldn't imagine being in it. Anyways, but we are having a good day. I am just not feeling very well, which I guess is to be expected right now. So, a lot of people are asking what we are doing. We are going to do a frozen embryo transfer. We have 2 frozen embryos left. They are both BA quality, which is like the second one. The 2 that we transferred last time, one was AA and the other was BA. So still excellent quality, just not as perfect as the other one. I have to wait a month pretty much from now to do the transfer. And you don't really I will take progesterone shots, but that should be it. But anyways,
we get to call in your birth control.
Yeah.
And get that filled, and then we might, I don't know, maybe we'll eat in tonight again. I don't know. You make me self-conscious. Y'all eat out all the time and y'all don't work.
We eat out all the time and we don't work, and I got my nose pierced. That's all people ever talk about.
Well, what can I say?
I know last night Derek was like, do you want to eat out? I was like, no, we can't eat out because then people are going to say that we eat out all the time. Oh, geez, guys. Anyways, we are going to head back to his house, and I guess I'm going to get the vlog edited so that we can upload it later.
All right. What's going on?
So Derek just called our fertility center to get our prescription for birth control, because for some reason we thought that I went on birth control, or they told us. If you guys have been watching for a while, we had all that crazy stuff happen with we had to use the drugs longer than we thought we were going to have to, and it pushed off our retrieval date, and so my estrogen kept getting higher, and they told us that we may have to do a freeze-all cycle instead of doing a fresh transfer. So when they were telling us how we would do the frozen transfer after, I distinctly remember her saying that we had to take birth control for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe it was because they thought we were going to have to freeze all, though.
Maybe. I don't know. So Derek called today just to get the prescription for our birth control filled. Can they see me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm looking at it, silly.
And what did she even say? I wasn't on the phone.
She was like, I called in the birth control, and I was like, okay, so we're supposed to do that for...
Yeah,
day
like, so
one to what else? What are we supposed to do? And she was like, are you guys getting ready for a frozen transfer? And I was like, yeah. So she was like, oh, then you don't do birth control. You guys just need to start estrogen on day 1. So it's kind of sped up more.
So now, instead of our transfer being on the 16th of November, it's now going to be on the 2nd. Which is crazy. Our baseline ultrasound and blood work is on the 27th
of October.
Yeah. And then they will schedule our transfer for 6 days after that. I'm kind of losing my mind.
It was just a lot of change to happen at like the spur of the moment. It was...
Well, and the choice to go ahead and do a frozen transfer now was kind of a spur of the minute decision anyway.
Yeah. We didn't know, literally, until we both sat down and we were relaxing last night, and we decided, we were like, well, we might as well just do the frozen transfer. So we were kind of expecting, sorry guys, to be, like she said, in mid-November before we did anything, but we're now at the beginning, so.
It's kind of nice because our test day will be the 12th. Thanksgiving isn't until like the
25th.
25th?
6th.
26th. So it gives us like 2 weeks to kind of get through it and over it if it doesn't work before we have Thanksgiving and everything. Plus, I want to go see my little sister for her birthday, which is the 16th, and I was afraid that I was not going to be able to be there for her birthday. So this just is better, but it's just like, I can remember when we found out that my beta had dropped to 24 and me thinking it's never going to get here to do it again.
Yeah.
And now it's like, holy goodness.
What just happened? Yeah. So.
I'm excited though. Can you believe we're doing this again?
I know.
Oh
I
my
think
gosh.
We're
I think
we're the book's definition of insane.
Hopefully we will be 2 insane pregnant people though.
I'm not going to be pregnant.
Hopefully. Hopefully this is the winning number. I feel like back to normal and back to myself, so hopefully my body is just kind of like refreshed and relaxed and ready to get pregnant. I now need to decide if I'm going to do acupuncture. That is one thing that I have not done yet and that I'm thinking about doing. I definitely want to do it for our next fresh cycle of IVF. But I don't know if I want to do it for the frozen. Let me know in the comments below if you guys have done acupuncture with your IVF or really with any infertility stuff. And if you did do it with IVF or a frozen transfer, let me know if you did it. I know some people do it like the day before, the day of, and the day after. Some people do it the day before and like 5 days after. Like there's just a million different things that you can do. So I'm thinking about trying that. I guess I need to get on that though. I'm glad you asked her. Otherwise we would have done birth control for 2 weeks and called and they would have been like, what are you doing?
What are you talking about? You weren't supposed to do it. Well, guess it's pushed off again.
Which it makes sense because the whole thing with the frozen embryo transfer is that it's just more natural and kind of goes with the flow of your body. And so it makes sense to just kind of let it do whatever it's gonna do. So anyways, I'm excited. I can't believe
I know.
18 days until I will officially be pregnant until proven otherwise. Again, for the second time. Hopefully we will get at least one take-home baby out of our 4 little embryos that we have had. So we left the house. We went to the outlet mall. I don't know why we didn't vlog any of this. We're still trying to get back into the gist of vlogging. And then we, well, I'm not going to tell you anything else because then you're going to tell us that we eat out too much. Anyways, but we did not have a good candle for tonight, so we went out and bought a new one. It's a pretty red color. It's juicy black cherries. It smells so good. So we're going to light this. Do you want to say anything?
So, some of you guys may or may not know that this week is the start of pregnancy and infant loss week.
Today is like the day.
Today is the day. But, anyways, to bring awareness to everyone who has lost a pregnancy or a little baby and to get the word out there because I mean, you guys seen in our last video, it's just not out there enough. Lately, there have been a lot of people, big celebrities coming out about their infertility journey and the IVF, so I think that's going to help out a lot. But this is a movement where we get a little bit more information out there. So we're going to light this candle in remembrance of the little baby that we lost our first cycle. So if you guys could just take some time and remember anyone that you know who has had something like that happen and say a little prayer for them.